Good morning. In a few moments' time, we'll get the first set of results from the Royal Mail since thousands of you invested in their shares. I'll be going through the numbers. And that includes if you strip out this 1.35 billion, which is related to transferring a pension scheme. So, gist of the story is profits are up. This is mainly thanks to the parcel side of the business, which has often been talked about as being the main profit area for them. Also, their ongoing cost cutting. And if you're looking at how the business has been doing in terms of share price, because of course, when it was floated,
huge demand for shares.
There was a massive demand for them. They were floated at £3.30 in October. Yesterday, they closed at £5.33, so still a lot higher than that original price. And there's still debate about whether the company was undervalued by the government. Also, this ongoing debate, which will continue today, about the bankers who were involved in advising the government, because they're set to make quite a lot of money out of this too. So
because of fees?
Yeah, because of the fees. So they've something like £12 million will be shared between these four banks that were involved in advising the government on this. And there's another £4 million which is being decided by Vince Cable on whether they'll get that as well. So lots of money we're talking about here, but Royal Mail doing well.
All right, Steph, thanks very much.
Thank you.
10 to 8. Within the past hour, Royal Mail has revealed a rise in profits. That'll be of particular interest to anyone who invested in the company's shares last month.
Because they've gone up as well. Steph's looking at what's happening.
Yes, good morning to you both. Yeah, a rise in profits from Royal Mail this morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, this is thanks to the parcel side of the business and its ongoing cost-cutting. Pre-tax profits for the 6-month period before privatisation are at £1.58 billion. But it's well worth noting that a huge chunk of that is linked to the firm transferring the pension scheme, but they still did make a profit. Now, all of this should make for interesting reading for anyone who has invested in Royal Mail shares this year, which were originally sold for £3.30 when it was first floated last month. Well, yesterday, the share price closed at £5.33, so quite an incredible increase there. Well, we can talk now to Stephen Gibson, who used to regulate the Postal Service and to help run Royal Mail. He now looks at the industry with SLG Economics. Good morning to you, Stephen. What do you make of these results then? What's your view of how it's doing?
Well, the key feature of these is very much business as usual, as expected. There are no major announcements here, but we see the continuing increase in letters, increase in parcels and decline in letters, and it's really the challenges for Royal Mail to manage that decline while transferring its operations to be a parcels-led business. And
it's at the moment it's going through somewhat of a transformation. Tell us how it's doing with that.
Well, it's continuing to change its business, to move from focusing on marketing letters and to manage that decline, although it still has to continue to deliver the universal service 6 days a week to every address in the country, while at the same time is thinking of new opportunities for gaining real added value out of the parcels business. So thinking about changing it from a commodity to something where they really gain the extra value from either guaranteed delivery slots or track and trace or signature on delivery, or all those other ways where it can make more money out of each individual parcel that it handles.
There's still a lot of chat about whether it was undervalued when it was first floated, £3.30 a share then, it's now at £5.33. What's your view on that?
OK, there's been a lot of talk about that, and clearly, you know, there was expectations that the company could deliver more than was expected by Vince Cable, the biz secretary. However, I think there's a challenge for the company to live up to that expectation. We've seen real problems with the unions historically, and there's still an unsolved problem with industrial action. And we see a real challenge. So I think it's the company to justify that share price.
And what's your view then? I know you're not Mystic Meg, but where do you think share price will go next?
Well, I think the initial froth has very much died away now. I don't think we're going to see another major increase. I don't want to predict where the share price will end up to, but I think the company really has a challenge to live up to that £5.33 closing price yesterday. OK, Stephen, well, thank you very much for your time this morning. That's it from me.
Thank you very much, Steph.